Good morning, and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD. So today we've got another unboxing, and it seems like lately whenever we go to the game store, instead of me picking out a game and something that I think would be interesting, my wife seems to be the one doing most of the selections. Now, I don't say that to be negative. I don't say that to pick on her, because to be honest with you, she's not quite the type of gamer that I am, but I really do enjoy playing games with her. So if she's going to get interested in a game, I'm going to give it a second look and, probably end up getting it. But with that being said, today we are going to take a look at Tentacle Town. Tentacle Town was on Kickstarter back in, I believe, 2019. I'm actually on their page right now. And I don't like how Kickstarter changed this, but that's fine. It was 2019. They were supposed to deliver in May of 2020, and they just recently started delivering it. So, we were in our local game store, and they actually back a lot of Kickstarters at the retailer level and bring them in so that they can sell them. So I didn't get as great a deal as I would have had I done the Kickstarter, but it was nice to actually be able to support a local store. So, with that being said, let's take a look real quick at the Kickstarter page. Now, this is it right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So what we got was the deluxe edition, which comes with the game itself, but also all of the token upgrades. Extra task cards, turn reference, wooden houses, extra dice. I believe it has the opportunity cards expansion and the rubbery calamari rings. So we've got a lot of extra bonuses here, which we will take a look at. Now, I'm going to start with just the core game itself, and then once we've gone through the core game, I'll go through the Kickstarter stuff so that if you haven't received your Kickstarter, or you're not interested because you don't have access to the Kickstarter material, you'll know where you can stop it. So, with that being said, let's dig into it. So we've got a cover here. Clearly, our village is being invaded by the tentacles. What kind of tentacles? I'm not sure. We're looking at a game for, it says 14 and up. I'll be honest, I have my suspicions as to why every game seems to be for 14 and up, but whatever. And 2 to 4 players, and it should play in about an hour. We've got, I actually really like the back of this box. It looks more like a comic book versus just a description of the contents. So I think that's a fun way to do it. So get our cover off here. All right, so as is usually the case, we've got our Tentacle Town rulebook. And it looks like this is the Kickstarter edition, so I'm going to guess that they probably talk about the additional rules, additional options for the game if you have the Kickstarter edition. So, and obviously the thank you. This game is by Monster Fight Club. They are some designers that used to work for Gale Force 9. So it's actually kind of interesting. They've been putting out Kickstarters for Terrain and also moving into some of the board game space. So it's kind of interesting to see what they're doing. So we've got 2 sheets, 3 sheets, three identical sheets of tokens, and another sheet of tokens with 5 values and a spinner. I know the spinner is an alternate method of play, but I'll figure that out when I look at the rules. I haven't done that yet. All right, we've then got our game board. Warning for those of you who have not seen one of my videos, I have a very small display area. All right, the game board is single-sided, but that's to be expected in most cases. So this is a worker placement. We've also got our ocean. I'm assuming that's where the tentacles are coming from, or at least that's what it looks like in all of the different material that I've seen as I've started investigating it. We've got different tokens for, I'm assuming these are work areas. Okay, so my guess is these are to replace different areas, because we've got, so one token that looks like a dock. We've got the dock here, and this says for 2 players. So different ways to modify the board based on the number of players you've got. All right, that's interesting. We've got stickers to put on. I know these are worker meeples. What exactly they do, I don't know. Then we've got different boats for the players to go out, and we've got some silica gel. There's silica gel all over this. I mean, it's not open, but like I've seen so many packages of silica gel. Just since opening the box. All right, and optional rules. Let's look at this. Okay, so this is a deck of optional rules. Set sail, ocean front, property docks. Okay, so just a bunch of optional rules. Steve the Meeple. When you place Steve as a new resident, take 1 fame. Interesting. So it looks like we have 2 different versions of Steve. All right. There's definitely a lot going on here. All right. All right. Oh, we've got tentacles. All right. These are clearly squishy. Got some good detail on these, especially for being this rubbery plastic. Very bendy. I don't know if that's necessary or just to give that added, it stands very well too, that added tentacle flavor. All right, and we've got a harpoon. So I mentioned that there was a spinner. So this is the marker for said spinner base, and then there's a little, keeps moving. There's the plug to hold it all together. We'll put that back, save that for when I'm actually, using it. All right, we've got 4 colors of wooden houses. Just a simple wooden house. So I'm assuming each of these houses is for the different players. More silica gel. So we've got teal, purple, red, and yellow. I really like how they went with some different colors. The teal and purple, you don't see those as player color options very often. My son will be a little disappointed there's no green this time, though. All right, we've got tentacle dice and harpoon dice. You get some extra, or I got some extra with the Kickstarter edition. So we've got harpoons. All right, looks like... All right, that's an interesting way to do it. So 3 sides of harpoons, 3 sides of blanks. And then these are the tentacle dice with a blank on 2 sides, tentacle, a meeple, a skull, and a house. So I'm guessing this is how the tentacles do damage. A baggie full of meeples without stickers. So I'm guessing that the 2 in the other one are for, you know, to make sure that you set 2 of them as the different versions of Steve. We've got a deck of cards. So these are an interesting shape. I'm not quite sure what size these are, but they are definitely not standard playing cards. So these look like different objectives. All right. Subterfuge. Name a task the next player may not complete that task on their next turn. Okay. Okay, so review new game. I know this one was this one was added during the Kickstarter. All right. And then we've got the turn reference card. Double-sided. And we've got a sticker for Monster Fight Club. So, awesome. I don't know where I'm going to put that, but I like when companies do little things like that. Just, hey, here's something fun. I realize it's totally promotional material. They're just trying to make sure that people get their name out there. Can you blame them? I mean, probably cost them very little to add that, and you get something fun out of it. And I'll be honest, they've got a great logo. Whoever did that, good job. All right, so we've now got the Kickstarter extras. We've got extra dice. So these were not listed as included bonuses for the deluxe edition, at least not that I saw. And so the fact that the store that I got went ahead and got the extra harpoon dice and tentacle dice, that's fantastic. So I'll have a total of 5 of these and 5 harpoon dice and 8 tentacle dice. All right. More upgrades. All right, metal coins. This is great. These are super shiny. Sorry about that. Let me try and get to a spot where it's not so glareful, but that's a great design. I like how it's not just a perfect circle. Looks like we've got a pirate on one side and a tentacle on the other. Feels like it's made out of aluminum, but who cares? Got a bag of 20 gold coins. No 5ers in it, though, so they're all singles. All right, we've got 20 metal iron ore. I like how it's pitted. Gives it a little bit of texture. Again, bit of an odd shape to it. It's not just an iron bar or anything, so great design there. We've got, let's go with this. 20 wooden harpoons. Not bad. And then we've got fame tokens, small and large. So, pink stars. And finally, 40 rubbery calamari rings. So, squishy. Unfortunately, they don't look like they match up with the tentacles themselves, but overall not too bad. So, yeah. That's what you get with the Kickstarter extras. So, needless to say, this was that's a good amount of stuff. I think the components look really good. I think the game, I mean, there's obviously a lot going on here, and I haven't researched it very much, but you know what? My wife's excited, and you know, whenever she gets excited, we seem to have more fun with the games. So, anyways, I hope you found that interesting. Give it a like if you did. If you haven't yet, please absolutely would love it if you subscribe to the channel. And, you know, we will talk to you next time. Thanks.